What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, back here for another predicted lineup video. Obviously, we play Aston Villa, 2 o'clock kickoff at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And let's get into the team news so far.
Yeah, so what we know is Bergwijn is going to be continued to be out. Session is still recovering from a hamstring injury, so they're not expected to be playing any part in this game. But other than that, most players seem to be available to play.
All right, well, let's get into our predicted lineup. We're going for a 4-3-3 formation. In goal, obviously, Hugo Lloris. That's a no-brainer, that one. Let's move over to the right-back situation, and we're going for Emerson to start over Japhet Tanganga in this one.
Yeah, well, Emerson looked a lot more comfortable when he came on in the North London derby. So I think Japhet, in this kind of game, we're going to need a bit more... a player who's more comfortable on the ball going forward into the final third. So I think that's why we're putting Emerson in the team.
Yeah, and hopefully he can really provide that attacking outlet on the right-hand side that we'd so desperately need. Alongside him in defence, the right-hand side of defence, we're going to go for Christian Romero. I think this guy really needs to knuckle down a space in the team now. I mean, I think he's levels above anyone else we got at centre-back, and we really need to see him have a long, extended run in the team now.
Yeah, and again, someone like Danny Ings, I want to see him being really aggressive and being on the front foot and being proactive, and that's what we're going to need against their front line. So I think Romero needs to get a start in this game.
Alongside him, the left-sided centre-back is a toss-up between Dyer and Roden, but we have gone for Eric Dyer to come in for this one.
Yeah, Roden, decent showing in midweek, but Dyer is still one of the leaders in the team, so I'm expecting him to retain his place.
Does that say more about Dyer or more about the team?
Definitely more about the team, but it is what it is.
And then left back, we're going to go for Sergio Reguilon. Ben Davies missed out last night, so I'm not sure if he picked up an injury or something because he wasn't even on the bench. So wasn't in the squad against Mura. So either Nuno's saving him for this weekend or he's injured, but I'm going to go for the latter and put Reguilon straight back.
I doubt he would be saving. He would leave Davies out of the squad to save him for the weekend. I don't think he would do that. So I'm assuming he's got an injury.
I don't think he would play without a midfielder in the North London derby either.
Yeah, true. You never know. But Reguilon has to play for me in this one.
All right. So
I know last year he got that amazing own goal against Villa, didn't he?
Yeah, that's true.
So he's got to make up for that.
Definitely. So let's just run through the defence again. That's Hugo Lloris in goal, Emerson right back, Reguilon left back with Dyer and Romero in the centre back positions. In the midfield three, the first player we're going to talk about is Ollie Skipp. Obviously missed out on the starting role in the North London derby, came on in the second half and was the best player on the pitch for Tottenham, and also had a great performance in midweek, albeit against Mura. So I really want to see Skipp start this game.
Definitely. We need that bite in the middle. We need a bit more control, especially against Villa's midfield three, who worked so hard at Old Trafford. We're going to need to combat them physically, so Skipp has to come back in.
And alongside him, we're going to go for Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. Didn't have the greatest display in the North London derby, but came on last night or on Thursday night, and it was against Mura, but showed a bit of aggression in there. So hopefully Højbjerg and Skipp can provide a really solid base for us.
Yeah, and he looks a lot better when he's got Skipp next to him, doesn't he, Højbjerg? He's got added protection with him. He's got more. He's got players who are covering more ground as well, and a bit more license to go forward and maybe make a difference in the final third as well. So, yeah, hopefully that pivot starts this weekend.
And then the third man in midfield, I mean, we've gone for Giovanni Lo Celso, but could have been Tanguy Ndombele, could have been Dele Alli. I mean, Dele Alli has not done himself any favours in the last couple of weeks. Ndombele, it's been a complete mixed bag, but I think the Thursday night performance, I know it was against a very average, much below average side, but he provided so positively to the team with a brilliant goal and 2 assists as well. And we were reading through a few stats in the morning show this morning, and the stats pretty much tell us that when he plays in the centre, it's so much better for us than when he plays on the right hand side.
Yeah, and I don't want to see him on the right hand side again. He looks a bit lost when he goes over on the wing. Doesn't really know how to play. He seems a lot more alive, a lot more control in the game. He seems to like the game in front of him and like picking out passes and things like that. It helps his game when he's in the centre. So I want to see him given another go in that role with a front three ahead of him, and I want to see how he would perform, because we haven't seen him in the centre for a long time now. It's been a while since he last played in the centre, so I want to see him back in that position.
Yeah.
And Thursday, he's proved, maybe not proved that he's back on form, but he proved that he's a lot more comfortable in the centre than he is on the right.
Yeah, and also like gives us the option. Well, it gives us the option either way. But you know, Lo Celso usually only does last 60 minutes for Tottenham or for Argentina. Doesn't matter. So I think it will be nice to have Ndombele with a fresh legs for the last half an hour to come on and really provide positively for us.
All the other way around, either way, but it'll be good. Yeah.
All right, so that's our midfield three. Let's move. So Højbjerg, Oli Skip, and Giovanni Lo Celso on the right-hand side of the attack. We're going to go for Lucas Moura.
Yeah.
Came on Thursday night. Really did help us seal off that game. And yeah, he's been good this season so far.
Yeah, we don't have any other options, let's be honest. But he has been good by and large throughout the season. So Lucas definitely comes back in. Started one of the brighter players in the North London derby, but he has to play. No, we have no choice.
Up top, we're going to go for Harry Kane, obviously. Scored a hat-trick on Thursday night after coming on with half an hour left of the game. Scored a hat-trick within 20 minutes. You know, a lot of people have been calling for Harry Kane to be dropped from the side. I mean, I myself included agreed with that one. And it was very interesting, like, to show the recency bias in this fan base. Like, Harry Kane on Wednesday, we did a poll on a live stream saying should he be dropped. 72% predicted yes, voted yes, and then the next day after the hat trick, we did it on the fan show, and 68% voted that he shouldn't be dropped.
Yeah, so it just goes to show how fickle people can be. Look, I was always saying we need Kane. We need Kane in the team because he's our best shot of doing anything this season. I know he's been off form, but I'm still maintaining if we can get the team functioning behind him, we will see a different Harry Kane, and that's the first step for me. So hopefully we can go away to doing that on Sunday, and then hopefully we can see Kane come alive a bit in the front three.
Yeah, and then on the left-hand side, obviously, it's going to be the main man, Heung-min Son. Hopefully he can get himself on the score sheet yet again this season. I think he's our top scorer with, 3 goals this season? 3 out of our 4. So, I mean, it doesn't really bode well for the rest of the team in terms of his how he's the only one that can get on the score sheet. So hopefully we can find some goals from other areas on the pitch on Sunday as well.
It is an interesting one with Son. I've got a feeling that because, you know, he's 29 now, he's going to be 30 in a year's time. I got a feeling, because a bit like, obviously he's not Ronaldo's level, but a bit like Ronaldo, how the older he got, the more central he got, because he was using his pace just for getting in behind defences and stuff, and not using it, for example, tracking back or dribbling. I've got a feeling Son might go the same way soon, where he's going to be a lot more effective centrally than he is on the left. I feel like sometimes, and I felt this last year as well, and the year before, like sometimes when he's on the left, because he's such a team player and he works so hard for the team, he expends a lot of energy chasing down fullbacks and tracking back and all this stuff, and then sometimes he can lose that explosiveness in the final third because of all that running. And I guess maybe we'll see in the future, but I feel like the left-hand side might start suiting him less and less as the season goes on.
They don't call him Sonaldo for nothing.
True, exactly.
All right, well, let's run through that lineup with you one more time. We got Lloris in goal, Emerson right back, Reguilon left back, Dyer and Romero in the centre-back positions, double pivot of Højbjerg and Skip, accompanied by Lo Celso a bit further forward, Son on the left, Lucas on the right, Kane up top. What is your scoreline prediction?
I reckon we'll have a fast start. I reckon the goals we scored late in the game will give the team a bit of confidence going into the game. It depends how many goals we get in the first half, in my opinion. I reckon if we get 2 goals, we'll scrape it 2-1. If we only get the 1 goal or no goals, it could even be a draw. I'm going to go 1-1. I reckon we'll get a goal, and then we'll lose a bit of energy in the second half. Villa will come back into it, and we'll finish 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, the first goal is very important this weekend. It seems as though we just can't react when we go down, when we concede the first goal, and I fear for us if we do concede the first goal. But I'm going to go a bit more positive. I think that in terms of thinking we're going to lose, I'm going to go for 1-1 as well. That's about as positive I can get, and I think that we do have the quality in this to win the game. It's just about can we outfight Villa, who have really been fighting their last couple of games, and they really seem to have turned the corner. So I think that if we can come out fighting, show the right mentality and show that quality on the pitch, I think we can even win the game, never mind draw the game. But judging on the last 3 results and 3 performances in the Premier League, I'm not really holding my breath too much, so I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw as well.
All right.
I want to know your predicted scorelines in the comment section below. I want to know your predicted lineups in the comment section below as well. I mean, we've been quite good on these predicted lineups, haven't we? Just 1 off or 2 off.
Yeah, well, I think we got the main things correct. So Yeah, we've not been bad at predicting them, so we'll see how it goes on Sunday.
All right, let's get up for this one. Aston Villa at home just before the international break, the dreaded international break. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching today. Like, subscribe and comment, and as always, come on you Spurs.